I mentioned that it's one of my goals to make sure that the information that I provide is easily understandable and digestible. And it made me think to how we are now receiving and getting information. For those of you who are old enough, you'll remember back to when we had three TV stations. There was news every night. The news was news, and everybody watched it. And if you wanted your channel changed, well, your kids were your remote control. So a lot of you listening might not know what the heck I am talking about, but for those of you that do, what's different nowadays is that information comes to us from so many sources and so quickly. I mean, yeah, sure, there's TV and you can watch it in different ways, and you can get things on your iPad or whatever device you have on your phone. Um, you know, some people watch the national news, some people don't. Some people get their news from a comedy or some comics. Some people get it from TikTok or from Facebook or you name it. Information comes to you from all different places, and it's not necessarily accurate or true or understandable or meant to benefit you. It could be meant to benefit somebody who wants to get a lot of clicks and there's it's hard to know what is good information. So just for fun and preparation for talking with you today, we looked up what chat gpt would say is a good way to approach a webinar on estate planning. So I'm going to share my screen just briefly. And I took a look at this, and it's a webinar title, Mastering Estate Planning Introduction. We've done that. Goals of the webinar, understanding of estate planning, defining key concepts, estate, probate, trust, wills, common misconceptions. What are the components of it? Steps to create it, special consideration, roles of professionals, common mistakes to avoid, questions and answers, resources, conclusion. Okay, I think that's a pretty good outline, but I can tell you what it is, how even I took a look at it, and I'm an estate planning and elder law attorney for many, many years. I go, there's a lot of words there. Tell me, what's the concept? What's the story behind that? How does it impact depending on what your situation is? And nothing is there. It's just a bunch of words that aren't put together in any context. And so I think that might be one of the real issues with AI, artificial intelligence, chat GPT, or whomever you're talking to, is you need somebody who is actually a person who can counsel and guide you and understand your situation, your goals, where you're at life, so that you can have the plan that makes sense for you, because a plan that makes sense for you is not the plan that makes sense for your kids or for your neighbor or for somebody else you might know, because your situation is unique. It's for you. So, I just caution people when they're looking at, hey, maybe I can do my own estate plan. I'll just pull up a form. Yeah, you can pull up a form and the words make sense, maybe, but the plan doesn't. And it may not be appropriate for you. It likely isn't. How do you know that, in that you have not spoken to somebody about your unique situation? And if you do have a plan, will it work on your death? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Will it work if you should become incapacitated? Hard to say. Plans are not challenged until the event occurs. You don't know whether or not you have a good estate plan until probably it is too late. So you need to put a whole lot of confidence either in a form that you find online or in an estate planning and elder law attorney that you are comfortable with, who speaks to you, who cares about your situation and wants to make sure that you're going to be taken care of and you're just not a form or a document or something along those lines. So that's why I'm really passionate about this. I will just share very briefly in my own life. My parents both required long-term care, and I was the person helping, making sure that that care was delivered appropriately. And this was 14 years of my life, and that's what led me to being an estate planning and elder law attorney, just stepping up to what the needs in my family were. Before that, I was a litigator, one of those courtroom trial people, and I can tell you this is so much more rewarding, helping people proactively plan and get an estate plan that's going to protect them so that they and their family have that peace of mind, so that their assets are protected and they don't need to worry about becoming this public courtroom guardianship person, that really is a really bad result for people that don't have a good estate plan.